Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi Theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, in our last video we created this filterable portfolio filter here. We're continuing with that little subject now. We've got a little 3D Coverflow project slider for you to display your projects. We've displayed this before, this little element. We're using Divi Supreme for this today, but it's a great little feature to add to your site and a great thing for your projects. So let's get started. I'm going to enable the Visual Builder. Okay, and to make this work today, we need to have Divi Supreme Pro installed, and you learn more from my link below the video. We've also got a playlist down there. Once you've got it installed, you'll see it down here in your little menu item. Let's go back to our page. I've got a section here, the blue tab, with a row, the green tab, and the module, the dark tab. So I'm going to delete the module and we'll start from scratch. Now, to make this work today, as with the filterable portfolio before, you need to have some projects created in your projects. I've got 10 of them here. So I've got, as I say, 10 projects here in my projects category. Let's start building with those. So I'm going to hit the button to add a new module. Once you've got Divi Supreme installed, it comes with all these light blue modules here, and there's about 50 of them. And you also get 4 extensions as well to extend the functionality of the Divi theme. It's really a great plugin. And here's our Supreme Post carousel. Now it asks you what you want to build it with. You can build it with pages or projects. Obviously I'm using projects for mine today. Put the number that you want to show up there, post count down below. You can have month, day, year format. You can change that around down below. I'm going to leave mine just like that. Elements that you actually want to show. Well, I want to show the featured image and the title. Don't want to show an excerpt. Don't want to show the date or the author. You can put a read more button if you want, but it's pretty explanatory that you click on the slide itself. So I'm going to leave those as they are. Let's go into our carousel settings down below. And here we can choose what we actually want to do with it. Now, you're looking at the slide version at the moment. We're going to build the Coverflow, which kind of looks more 3D to me. We'll do that in a minute. You can have a flip version, which will just flip from one project to the next. Or you can have a cube version where it will sort of cube rotate into the next project, which is quite nice, but I prefer the slider as it's a big one like this. See the cube rotate there. So I'm going to put mine on Coverflow. And what it does is it kind of angles the images there for us. So let's roll down a bit. I'm going to choose to show a bit of shadow, which will give it a more 3D effect there. There we go, perfect. And you can rotate these more or less to your desired amount. Depth you can pull up and down, show more or less. Quite like that, they're quite tight like that. Decide how many columns you want here. 3 is going to work for me in this particular instance, but you can take it up to whatever. I like the odd number, so we've got one in the middle. But if you've got an even number, you can use centered mode to make sure there's one in the middle there as well. Spacing, I'm going to tighten them up as tight as they'll go. Just there, slightly overlapping, something like that, great. Transition duration is the amount of time it takes to get from here to here, which is half a second at the moment, or 500 milliseconds, that's fine. I want it to go round and round infinitely, so I'm going to leave that one on. And I want it to autoplay. At the moment it's set to change every 5 seconds. Let's speed that up to 3 seconds or 3000 milliseconds. I'm going to put pause on hover on, so if they hover over it, it'll stop so they can look at the picture and read what it says underneath. We've got our pagination underneath, and we've got navigation to the left and right. I'm happy with that. If you had different height projects, you could use equal height to make them all look consistent there. And you can disable touch dragging on mobile and tablet if you want to. As you can see, when I put my cursor over there, we're using a grab cursor at the moment, which is fine. That works for me. I don't want to link to anything, and I don't want to really put a background in. Let's just pop over to our design now. And you can give your post item background colors and padding and what have you. I'm going to leave mine all fairly simple there. I am going to put a bit of a border on the bottom. You've got all four sides. You've got top, right, bottom and left. I'm going to go on the bottom. I'll give it maybe 3 picks. You'll see it appear on the bottom there. And I'm going to make mine blue. There we go. You can give it a bit of box shadow if you want to lift it off the page a little bit. Works for me. And if you go on down, you can customize the thumbnail itself. Give it rounded corners and give it a certain height if you want to. Make it smaller or larger. And common to most Divi modules, if you do something you don't like, just simply go in there, delete it. It will return to the default for you. And the thumbnail type, we've got cover fit at the moment. You can make it contain if you want it to be the actual size of the image itself and show the full aspect of the image. That's quite nice. I'm going to leave that like that. And again, you can put borders on the image if you want to. I'm going to leave mine just as they are. You could put some box shadow on there if you want to, but I'm going to leave mine off of there. Now you've got your title, your summary, meta. We've only got a title, so I'm going to make that perhaps capital and blue. Let's capitalize it, make it blue. Divi, as usual, comes with a crazy amount of fonts. There's a huge amount here. If you want to audition one, just roll over it. It'll give you an example of that font when you roll over it. I'm going to leave mine on the default today. I think I might roll those into the middle though. And that's pretty much all I want to do to this thing. You can change your navigation and your pagination colors down below. Here's the navigation. I'll make that blue. And we'll go for the pagination and we'll make those blue as well. Pagination, the little dots down below there. I'm going to make most of those blue. Great. So I'm happy with that. Let's save our changes and see if it's going to work on the front end for us. Little purple button. Save draft or publish if you're ready. And let's exit the Visual Builder. And there we go. There's our little 3D Coverflow slider for our projects right there. And that's a nice little addition to our filterable portfolio down below. Of course, if we hover, it's going to stop. If we click on one, it's going to take us to a project. As you can see, this is just a generic project that we've got here, a bit like the post we did the other day. In another video, we'll show you how to customize all your projects just like we did with the posts. Really easy to do. And of course, once we click back, we'll go back to our little Coverflow slider there. So there you go, guys. There's the Coverflow slider from the fantastic Divi Supreme Modules. Nice little addition to your site. I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.